Welcome and thank you for joining us. You are watching Millennium News Hour and I am Tanziba Noreen. Today we have brought top and trending news from across the nation and the world. Let's begin with the headlines. President Trump and Erdogan discussed ending wars and strengthening US-Turkey relations. President Trump promises food aid for Gaza as hunger crisis gets worse. President Trump announced Washington, D.C. will host 2027 NFL Draft on National Mall. President Trump ordered Alcatraz prison to reopen for most violent criminals. Migrants offered 1,000 and airfare by Trump if they self-deport. Panga boat capsized near San Diego, 3 dead and 9 still missing. Mayor Adams and Chancellor Valls Ramos announced 7 new NYC schools for 2025-2026. Charlie Kelly's actor from The Wire and The Sopranos died at 84 after Alzheimer's battle. Mexico's president rejects Trump's offer to send U.S. troops. Israel attacks Yemen after Houthi missile hits near Tel Aviv airport. Zhao Qintong made history as China's first snooker world champion. And Trent Alexander-Arnold confirms he will leave Liverpool after 20 years. You were listening to Headlines Now News in detail. President Donald Trump said he had a very good and productive phone call with Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan. They discussed several major global issues, including the wars in Ukraine, Syria, and Gaza. During the call, Erdogan invited Trump to visit Turkey, and Trump also invited Erdogan to visit Washington, D.C. Both leaders showed interest in visiting each other's countries, but no official dates have been confirmed yet. Trump shared that he looks forward to working with Erdogan to stop the war between Russia and Ukraine. He described the conflict as ridiculous but deadly and said it must come to an end. Erdogan supported Trump's peace-focused approach and praised the ongoing diplomatic talks with Iran. He also expressed deep concern over the Gaza crisis and called for an urgent ceasefire and faster delivery of humanitarian aid. On the Syria issue, Erdogan repeated Turkey's aim to protect its borders and support peace in the region. He said U.S. efforts to ease sanctions could help move the process forward. Erdogan added that Turkey will continue building strong relations with the U.S., especially in the defense sector. Trump will visit Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and the UAE next week. President Donald Trump said the United States will help the people of Gaza get food as they face a growing hunger. He spoke from the Oval Office and said people in Gaza are starving and need urgent support. We are gonna help the people of Gaza get some food, Trump said. People are starving and we are gonna help them. Hamas is making it impossible by taking everything, but we are gonna help the people because they are treated very badly. For over 2 months, Israel has blocked all aid and goods from entering Gaza to pressure Hamas to release hostages. No trucks have been allowed in, and aid groups said Israel is using starvation as a weapon, which may be a war crime. Malnutrition in Gaza has quickly risen. In March, nearly 3,700 children were diagnosed with severe malnutrition, and 82% increase from February, according to the UN. US and Israeli officials have discussed a new plan to send aid directly to people in Gaza without Hamas taking control. President Donald Trump announced that Washington, D.C. will host the 2027 NFL Draft. He made the announcement with NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell, Washington Commanders owner Josh Harris, and D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser. Trump said the draft is a celebration of one of our country's most cherished cultural institutions. The three-day event will be held on the National Mall. It will be the first time the NFL draft takes place there. Trump said the location is special and will be great for the country. He called it an honor. This year's NFL draft was already held in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The 2026 draft is planned for Pittsburgh. Goodell said he expects over 1 million people to attend the 2027 draft in D.C. The announcement followed recent plans by the Commanders and city officials to move the team back to D.C. The team has played in Maryland since 1997. A new domed stadium is expected by 2030, but the plan still needs D.C. Council approval. Trump also reacted to this year's draft, calling NFL owners stupid after Shedeur Sanders fell in the draft. Sanders was picked 144th by the Cleveland Browns. President Donald Trump said he is ordering the reopening and expansion of Alcatraz prison to hold America's most dangerous offenders. He announced the plan in a Truth Social post, calling some criminals the dregs of society and saying the country must return to tougher punishments. Trump directed the Bureau of Prisons, Justice Department, FBI, and Homeland Security to rebuild Alcatraz, which was closed in 1963. The prison, located on an island near San Francisco, is now a popular tourist site and part of a national park. California Democrats strongly criticized the plan. Former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi said it was not a serious proposal. State Senator Scott Wiener called it a domestic gulag and absurd. Trump later said it was just an idea and no steps have been confirmed. Critics said the move was a distraction from Trump's recent $1 billion budget cut to anti-crime programs. Civil rights lawyers said it would make America less safe and called the plan a dangerous joke. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feast. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. President Donald Trump's administration said it will give free airline tickets and $1,000 to immigrants who choose to self-deport. The offer is for those living in the U.S. without legal papers who agree to return to their home countries voluntarily. The Department of Homeland Security confirmed that one migrant had already used the program to fly from Chicago to Honduras. The government is asking migrants to use the CBP Home app to sign up. After confirming their departure, eligible migrants will get the $1,000 payment. Trump officials said self-deporters will be deprioritized for arrest by ICE if they show they are preparing to leave. This plan is part of Trump's larger push to reduce illegal immigration. The administration said self-deportation saves money as forced deportation costs over $17,000 per person. So far, DHS said it has tracked thousands of self-deportations. Officials also said some may return legally in the future, but re-entry is often very difficult. At least 3 people died and 9 are still missing after a suspected panga boat capsized near San Diego. The overturned vessel washed ashore at Torrey Pines State Beach around 6:30 a.m. and emergency crews responded quickly. Authorities found 3 bodies and rescued 4 survivors who were taken to local hospitals with injuries. One person on the boat said there were 18 people on board. The U.S. Coast Guard confirmed that 9 remain missing, and it's unclear if others reached shore safely. Due to the number of victims, the incident was treated as a major medical emergency. A San Diego fire helicopter and lifeguards searched the waters and shoreline. Officials have not confirmed if this was a human smuggling attempt. In a 2023 case, 8 migrants died in a similar panga boat tragedy. The Coast Guard, San Diego Sheriff's Department, and U.S. Border Patrol are now investigating the recent capsizing. New York City Mayor Eric Adams and schools Chancellor Melissa Aviles Ramos have announced that 7 new schools will open in September for the 2025-2026 academic year. These schools will be located in the Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island. The new schools will focus on career education, dyslexia support, and overcrowded areas. Since Mayor Adams took office, 28 new schools have opened or will open by fall 2025, adding 13,732 seats across the city. The new schools include the Bronx STEAM Center, Central Brooklyn Literacy Academy, Middle School of Innovation, HBCU Early College Prep in Queens, Northville School of Health Sciences, Queens International High School, and Staten Island Rise Academy. Each school will offer unique programs such as college credit, health training, or literacy support. A special leadership program also started this year to prepare principals. This plan shows the city's focus on creating better education, giving all students more chances to grow and succeed. Charlie Scalise Jr., known for roles in The Wire and The Sopranos, died at age 84 on May 1, 2025. His family said he passed away peacefully after a long fight with Alzheimer's disease. Scalise became famous for playing Thomas Horseface Pagosa on Season 2 of HBO's The Wire and Coach Molinaro on The Sopranos in 2004. He also appeared in Law and Order SVU, 12 Monkeys, Liberty Heights, and Jersey Girl. His last known roles were in SVU 2008 and Cold Case. Before acting, Scalise was a business executive and later became an actor in stage plays and films, including 2 Beats with Al Pacino. His family said his favorite audience was always his loved ones at the dinner table. Scalise is survived by his wife Angeline, 5 children, and 4 grandchildren. Fans will remember his strong screen presence and his deep love for family. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feed. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Now it's time for global updates. Mexico's President Claudia Sheinbaum has tried to ease fears about U.S. military action in Mexico. She said her talks with President Trump have been very good so far. However, she confirmed she rejected Trump's offer last week to send U.S. troops into Mexico to fight drug cartels. Sheinbaum told Trump, "Our territory is inviolable. Our sovereignty is inviolable." She said Mexico welcomes cooperation but will not allow U.S. troops inside the country. Trump later confirmed he made the offer, saying the cartels are dangerous and destroying lives. He also claimed Sheinbaum is afraid of the cartels. Since January, Trump has added new tariffs affecting U.S.-Mexico trade. In response, Sheinbaum increased troops at the border and sent 29 top criminals, including Rafael Caro Quintero, to face charges in the U.S. Experts say military force alone won't stop cartels. Sheinbaum warned that Mexico will never accept a U.S. invasion and is preparing for all scenarios. Israel launched airstrikes on Yemen's Hodeidah port after Houthi rebels fired a missile that hit near Israel's main airport. 6 airstrikes hit the area and Houthi-run Al Masirah TV blamed both Israel and the U.S. Israeli media and a U.S. official confirmed that the attack was coordinated with Washington. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu had promised to respond strongly after the Houthis struck. The group has been targeting Israel and ships in the Red Sea to show support for Palestinians. Most Houthi missiles were stopped by Israel's defense system, but this was the first missile to break through since March. Netanyahu also announced a more intensive military operation against Hamas. His new plan may involve taking full control of Gaza and relocating more civilians for their safety. Israeli troops already hold about 1/3 of Gaza and have built surveillance posts. The military now plans to hold the ground instead of making short raids. Let's have a look on today's sports stories. Zhao Xintong became China's first snooker world champion after beating Mark Williams in the World Championship final at the Crucible. Zhao, 28 years old, returned to the sport only in September 2024 after serving a 20-month ban for match fixing. He started on the amateur tour and entered this tournament without professional status. Despite that, Zhao won 9 matches from the qualifying rounds and earned a $500,000 prize. He became just the 3rd qualifier to win the world title after Shaun Murphy in 2005 and Terry Griffiths in 1979. Zhao dominated the first session 7-1, kept control throughout, and finished the match with an 87 break in the 30th frame to seal an 18-12 win. Williams had cut the lead to 17-12, but Zhao stayed calm to claim victory. This moment was especially big for China, where snooker is hugely popular with over 300,000 holes. Zhao finally delivered the title that fans had waited 20 years for. Trent Alexander-Arnold announced he would leave Liverpool at the end of the season when his contract expires. The 26-year-old right-back revealed this decision, calling in the hardest of his life. Alexander-Arnold's move to Real Madrid is expected, with talks reportedly advanced. He expressed deep gratitude for his time at Liverpool, where he had been since childhood, saying, "This club has been my whole life." He will depart as a Premier League champion, having helped Liverpool with their 20th top-flight title. Despite Liverpool's efforts to offer him one of the highest-paid defender contracts, the allure of playing for Real Madrid alongside England teammate Jude Bellingham was too strong. Alexander-Arnold has made 352 appearances for Liverpool, winning numerous trophies, including the 2019 Champions League. We'll be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feast. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Now it's time for business news. Today's New York stock close price is 19,386.68. The NYSE Composite is increased by 336.84 points or 1.77%. Tokyo stock close price is 36,830.69. The Nikkei 225 index is increased by 378.39 points or 1.04%. Shanghai stock close price is 3,279.03. The Shanghai index is decreased by 7.62 points or 0.23%. Hong Kong stock close price is 22,504.68. The Hang Seng index is increased by 385.27 points or 1.74%. Bombay stock close price is 80,501.99. The Sensex index is increased by 259.75 points or 0.32%. Let's have a look on today's weather forecast. Before finishing today's news, let's hear out the headlines again. President Trump and Erdogan discussed ending wars and strengthening US-Turkey relations. President Trump promises food aid for Gaza as hunger crisis gets worse. President Trump announced Washington, D.C. will host 2027 NFL Draft on National Mall. President Trump ordered Alcatraz prison to reopen for most violent criminals. Migrants offered 1,000 and airfare by Trump if they self-deport. Panga boat capsized near San Diego, 3 dead and 9 still missing. Mayor Adams and Chancellor Valls Ramos announced 7 new NYC schools for 2025-2026. Charlize Kelly's actor from The Wire and The Sopranos died at 84 after Alzheimer's battle. Mexico's president rejects Trump's offer to send U.S. troops. Israel attacks Yemen after Houthi missile hits near Tel Aviv airport. Zhao Qintong made history as China's first snooker world champion. And Trent Alexander-Arnold confirms he will leave Liverpool after 20 years. That's all for today. Keep watching Millennium News Hour for latest news update. To stay updated, like our Facebook page, subscribe our YouTube channel, and visit our websites. Our website addresses are www.millenniumnews24.com and www.millenniumtv24.com. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for all smart TVs and Roku TV, Amazon TV, Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia, available with the Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with us for all the latest news worldwide. Thank you.